One of the favorite conversations I like to have with people is, what's my home worth? There's many reasons that you try and figure out what your house is worth. It could be an estate planning event. It could be a pending divorce. Maybe you're going to do a HELOC or a home equity line of credit. Maybe you just want to know how much money you've made making the wise investment to get into the market. So what's the difference between what you owe and what your house is worth? There's 3 different ways to check on your home value. You can go out and hire an appraiser for $700 to $900. You can go to a third-party website, punch in your address, and see what the average guess is out there. We'll get into that in a moment. Or you could call me or call your agent. Have them give you a CMA and comparative market analysis. That's not quite as good as appraisal, but is what we use to determine values of homes when we put them on the market. It's important for you to have this information, and it's not hard to get, but get the real information. Don't guess on the value of your home. Ask a professional. In order to prepare for this presentation today, I wanted to use my own house in order to determine the value of my own home. I put my home address in what is considered the top 10 best sites to determining the value. I started off by just putting my home address into Google. Up popped all these different offers on people that wanted to buy my house or tell me the value of my home. I decided to do a little bit more research and find out the top 10 home sites determining my value. Now I understand why, as a consumer, it must be frustrating to determine the value of your home. There's a lot going on out there. I built my home 4 years ago. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with about 1,800 square feet on the main level. Over the last couple of years, we've upgraded our home and finished part of the basement. We still have a bathroom to finish down there. However, instead of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, today I currently have a 5-bedroom, 2-bath home with a 3rd bathroom on its way. So the point I'm trying to make about getting an online resource to do evaluation in your house is that I can guarantee you, living in my home, that Zillow or Trulia or any of these third-party sites, they've never been to my house. So the fact is that you've made changes, you've made improvements to your home. It's time for an agent to come in or an appraiser to come in and look at things. Now, I've mentioned an appraiser. Anytime that you sell a home, if it's being financed, an appraisal will have to be done. You can do an appraisal if you're going to do a home equity line of credit. If you're selling your house, an appraiser is going to have to be used. But you also don't have to go to that expense. An appraiser is going to cost you between $700 and $900, probably a little high, maybe it's $700 to $800. But either way, you don't have to spend that much money to find out what the value of your house is for any particular reason. I have a lot of friends that ask me, what's the value of my house? I have relatives who say, hey, how much is my house worth? I love answering that question. This is what I do. I'm supposed to know the value of things. You don't have to go out and pay an expensive, exorbitant amount to have an idea what it's worth. So in preparation for this today, I went out to 10 different real estate sites to see what my house was worth. Keep in mind, I went off the best ones out there to figure out what this house is worth. My house came up on 10 different sites, and the range of prices between $316,000 and $393,000. That's a $77,000 difference, or roughly 20% difference between the high and the low. So as a consumer, if I'm working with an attorney, or my wife and I are sitting around the dinner table, she says, what's our house worth, honey? Do I take the low number or do I take the high number? Which guess do you want to go with? What's really fascinating to me is that even the 2 companies that are actually owned by the same parent were different. And by the way, these estimates are all wrong. Trulia and Zillow, everybody uses it, everybody loves this estimate. Those are both owned by the same exact company. Why are they different? Many of these companies, when you're on their site trying to figure out the value of their home, an interesting thing pops up. Would you like to sell your home now? So not only are they going to give you a valuation of what your home is worth, but they're also going to try and buy it. I can think of anywhere of a million different analogies as to why you don't want to go ask somebody the value of something you're going to sell it to them for. Not saying they're doing anything wrong, but are you really getting the true value out of it? How do these sites work? Well, they're using algorithms to determine what the value of your home is. They're more interested in the zip code than the number of bedrooms. That's how the math works. They're working on averages. They're looking at trends. They're trying to identify patterns. However, they've never been in your home. How can they tell you what it's worth? They don't know if you've got an upgraded, beautiful marble fireplace or if you've got a camp stove in the corner. They don't know. That's why the values really don't mean that much. Technology helps people with efficiency. However, if you're looking for accuracy, don't you deserve to have an agent come visit you in your home, spend 15 minutes and get the lay of the land? The way I do mine is I do a 2-step process. If you invite me to your home, I would come in, take my notes. I'd have the records printed off from the county. I'd take a look around and have asked people, what have you improved in this home since you purchased it? What attracted you to this home? So I know what other buyers are going to be thinking about. I'll go back and do my research. I'll come back to you with a range of prices which I think your home would carry in today's market. That could change a year from now. But we do it with no intent on getting a listing agreement. We do it to help people. It helps sharpen my skills. It helps you know the real true value of your home. Let's go through a couple of these prices just to kind of get a sense as to what these guys are looking at. Here's Zillow. They said my house is worth $385,000. Zillow says I have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. When I get home, I'll have to go find that extra bathroom because right now I don't have it. Let's see, here's Trulia. They were pretty close. They said $386,200 to their parent-owned company, Zillow. Here's a guy called Redfin. Redfin, they don't even have a picture of my house on it. They have a different vacant lot that was there about 5.5, 6 years ago. Here's somebody that says it's worth $320. Here's somebody that says $393. Here's someone that says $316,600. And we're back to Zillow at $385,700. Who cares? This doesn't make any sense. Call a realtor, call a professional. It's worth it for you in the long run. So what do you do now? Click on the link below. We'll set up an appointment. I'll come by your house. There's no obligation whatsoever. There's no cost to you whatsoever. It's a great opportunity for you to learn what your home is worth. My name is Tim Olson, and I'm a real estate agent with John L. Scott.